This is 7 News.
Now to a story about a remarkable group of young men who do remarkable things with a basketball. 4 Perth friends who throw long basketball bombs for fun and charity. You'll hardly believe your eyes.
They call themselves How Ridiculous. Derek Heron, Brett Stanford, Scott Gaunson and Kyle Niebel. They met at their local church. We found them on YouTube, throwing a basketball off Perth's Narrows Bridge. The sort of stunt where you think, is that for real? So 7 News put them to the test with our cameras. Patterson Stadium, the 3-tier stand.
Get in!
Take a look from another angle. It was just the 4th throw of the morning. Good mates, wholesome fun, and on their YouTube postings, they urge people to support a charity.
And Compassion's one we've chosen. A couple of us have got sponsored children in other countries, so if people go out and do that in response to our video, then we're just wrapped.
And there's more to come. Jeff Parry, 7 News.
There are over 1 billion children around the world living in poverty on less than $2 a day. The value of children in poverty is buried by inferiority and powerlessness. Poverty says that when you live in a garbage tip, you are rubbish. When you can't go to school, you're not worth investing in. And when you're constantly sick from malaria and tuberculosis, you're not worth the cost of the medicine to heal you. We can't just stand by and watch this happen.
I was inspired to take action against poverty in 2006 when I went on a mission trip to the Philippines. I saw children living in poverty for the first time and I knew I had to do something about it.
Jesus commands us to love our neighbours, and denying children in poverty the chance to live prosperous lives is denying them the love that they deserve.
When I read the scriptures and specifically the gospel accounts of Jesus, I can't help but notice that Jesus is a guy of love and justice, and I want to do everything I can to follow in his footsteps.
I just felt the call to follow in Jesus' footsteps and invest in children's lives.
As I read in the Bible in Matthew 25 that whatever I do for the least of people I do for Jesus, how can I ignore the cause of children in poverty?
When I was growing up, my family always sponsored a child, and last year I felt challenged to stand out on my own and personally impact a child's life. I always grew up playing basketball and I just love it, and just with How Ridiculous, it's been a chance to use our gifts just to glorify Jesus' name.
Using what money I have and knowing that it means more to a child in poverty than it does to me is my way of bringing change.
I'm using my gifts, my talents, my finances and a servant heart to bring change for children in poverty.
We don't just want our basketball shots to entertain people. At How Ridiculous, we want people to live unselfishly and give generously. Our vision is to change people's hearts.
Everyone has skills and talents that they can use in creative ways. As we each do our bit, we can bring change to the life of a child or many children.
As we each do our bit, we can be the generation
That truly brings change in the world.
We can see more children survive past their 5th birthday.
We can help children get an education,
Medical assistance and the nutrition that they need. We can help them reach the potential that God planned for them.
but it will take every one of us.
Every one of us.
every one of us.
Together, we can release children from poverty.
We can release children from poverty.
What will you do?